Okay, intonation overall is quite good, and I think you have quite a nice sound. But you know which part of the bow you're never using?
Frog.
Yes, and?
Stick.
Yes. You know what the weakest part of the bow is?
Middle.
Yes, for everybody, the weakest part of the bow we would think is at the tip. But actually at the tip you have all the leverage in the world. In the frog it's heavy, and here, that's where the problems happen. And I think that very often actually you get stuck in the middle, and that limits a lot of what you can do. Can you try just for me the beginning and let's exaggerate how much bow you're using, like almost caricature now.
Okay.
Okay? Now,
Like use a ton?
yeah, use
Okay.
a ton. Yeah, don't use it very good. Use it just as an exaggeration, yeah? Okay. Yes. Okay, keep going, keep going. Yes. Go to the frog. Yes. So much better. You hear how much more sound you have? Do you feel like you're doing too much?
No.
I think this is the right amount. Okay, so this is the first thing. The second thing I see, which is I think limiting a little bit or causing tension to build up, is something I've talked with a couple students this week. Is when do you need your head weight when you play the viola? It's not a trick question. There's two occasions when you really need the head weight to support the viola. When you play open string, you don't really need it, right?
Yeah.
Right, so when do you really need the head weight? If you shift,
Yeah.
right? If you shift, okay? And if you do big vibrato, right?
Okay.
And you don't want this. So, which means that we can find places where we can release the head a little bit.
Okay.
Because if you stay in that position, and what I see with you is, well, you look at the music, right? And then your head is in one position, and this muscle is getting quite, I mean, it's a strong muscle, but it's always tensed up and you never release it. And that leads to, over time, tension buildup, yes? So, here's what I want you to try. You find places where you can just lift your head for a split second. Yeah? Okay. Try. Yes, good. Yeah, lift your head a little bit. Yes. Yes, okay. Oh, you feel that a little bit? Now, another way to do that, one is to lift your head, right? The other thing is to not have just one head position. So, that's right. It's to go from this to this and back. So, here's what I want to try. I want to try, and in the audience you can look at her neck right here. You'll see it. So, I want you to play and with your eyes and your head, but not with your viola, and you follow my hand, yes? So play from the beginning. So here, yeah? Yes. And look at the neck is much more relaxed now. If I go here, your neck is held. Yes. Yes. You feel the difference?
Yeah.
Just that mobility alone actually opens incredible things. Okay, so that's the first thing. I want to do a test now. I want you to play the beginning and I'm going to push you just a little bit. I've done that the first students. Not very strong. I'm going to push you like this, okay? Play. Oh, okay. I see what the problem is. I want you to push me. Yes? Okay. Now, push me again. This is what I get. This is tension that you're holding in your body that's messing with your sound. So, you play, and now I'm going to push you, and it's a little bit like the thing in front of the car dealership. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Whatever that thing is called. Okay, play again, and we try this thing. Full ball, yes. It's crazy. So, it's always feeling like, yes, your feet are on the ground, but if you hold any tension in your body, it becomes a problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, another interesting thing I have done with many people. Put the viola here for a split second, yes? And some people took a lesson with me and they've seen this already. But here's what I want you to try. Put your arms like this, like you pretend like you're going to play the viola, right? Like this. No breathing. No allowed breathing. See how long before you get tired.
Just go like this.
Yeah, no breathing. I'm already tired. Okay, now, and you can try it also, it's interesting. Now try the same thing. How much easier is that?
Easier.
So much easier. Now, okay, so the next step is this. Inhale and exhale for as long as you can, but you're going to make a snake sound, so just so we can monitor what's going on. Yeah? So one big inhale and then the longest exhale you can do. Okay, let's see. Let's see how long. You have so much air. Keep going. You see how much air you have? It's crazy. You still have air. Okay, great. So you see this thing now. Now, I want you to play the opening of the Bach. You play exactly what you did, but when you exhale, you make a snake sound so we can know what's happening with your breathing. Yes?
Okay.
So it's just normal what you do. Just when you exhale, you make a so we realize what's happening.
Okay.
If maybe there is no issue, but I want to test. You see what's happening? Try again. You're not breathing.
No, I stopped.
You're not breathing. And that actually creates a lot of tension in the sound. For this reason we talked about. If you don't breathe, you don't get oxygen to your muscles. And then that's how tension will build. So we need to, and I've done that with some students this week, we need to disconnect this from this. Yeah? So how to do that? You already can do the first thing, which is exhale for a very long time. It's very easy. 3 steps. First step. And you stay there until you're out of air. Which is going to take a while. Make sense? Try. So,
Just the C. Or
just the C. Just the C. Fast ball.
Oh.
Stay there until you're out of air. It's going to take a while. Because you have a lot of air. Yes. See so much air. Inhale on the elbow. Inhale on the elbow. And again. Yes, and stay there until you're out of air. You see how much air you have? It's kind of crazy. Yeah, until you're out of air. Okay, you understand?
Okay, yeah.
Now, you can do it for a good 25 seconds. Now, it's exactly the same thing, except we don't stop the bow. Once you're out of air, you inhale, yes?
Okay.
Knowing your lung capacity, you should do like probably around 15 bows at least before you have to inhale. Yeah, try. It's exactly the same thing. Fast bows, slow breath. That's like 19 bows, okay? So here's the last step, and then we go back to Bach. Exactly the same thing you just did, except you play any scale of your choice, 2 notes per bow. When you're out of air, same thing. So exactly what you just did, except we had the left hand.
But it was good.
But the sound is better. It's
Yeah.
more open, the vibrato is more open. So, I showed you the 3 steps. If you do that, there's 2 rules for these 3 steps. First of all, is don't spend too much time every day doing it because you're going to hyperventilate and end up in the hospital, which we don't want. And second thing is, it's a matter of 5-6 minutes every day doing this. After a week, you reprogram your body to disconnect those 2 things, and then you never have to think about it again. But it takes a while to disconnect, a couple days to disconnect this thing. And then afterwards, in your practicing, you don't have to think about it too much. Now, let's start the Bach, and now let's see where you really actually need to inhale. Yeah?
Okay.
So. Yeah? Let's try this. I know, it's coordination. You see it? Right?
Yeah.
One more time, try more time. Yes, what a nice sound. You
Sorry.
see? Okay, but that's normal. That's exactly what I want you to realize is now we're starting to disconnect these 2 things. But when you go back to adding complexity, what happens is that there's a lot of interrupt. Both arms interrupt your breath, and that's where you find yourself not breathing.
Yeah.
So it's worth to practice by doing s, because then you can actually monitor what's going on. Because you see it a lot of people go breathe before you play, and then they do and then that's the worst tension in the world, right? So that's the thing. Now, already the sound is so much better. I mean, it makes an incredible difference. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that one more time now. Don't worry about that too much. Oh no, I know what I want you to do. If you're game for it. Another way to test it, because this is a small muscle thing. So that's easy to override with big muscles, which is this. What's really hard to override is what I'm going to demonstrate right now. Sorry for the noise. This is what I want to try.
Okay.
I just did it, so you should, no shame. But no, because this is very hard to override, so you try
I
it.
already forgot. Did you yell and then start?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
And then keep yelling.
Okay. Okay.
You see? That's hard, exactly. But try it again, Yes, look, but you see what's happening to your sound?
Yeah.
The sound is so much bigger because also if you do you can't be tensing this up.
Yeah.
And then the airways are open, which actually creates so much more resonance. And also relaxes this muscle, yes? Okay.
Can I get a drink of water?
Yes, sorry, yes, go get some water. Go get some water. Yeah. No, but that's something because we don't think about it, and then a lot of people what they do is they change breath when they change bows, which works great until you start changing bows very often, and then your breathing becomes very shallow. And that becomes a problem, because then the CO2 at the bottom of your lungs doesn't get cleared, and then tension builds up in your muscles, right? Especially over a long period of time. Yeah? Okay, yes, what is a good idea? Okay, now let's try the Bach again. I want to do some other tricks. Yes? Okay. Play one more time. You don't have to yell now.
Okay.
But this is already much better. Yes? Okay, now without yelling. Yes. Not okay. Yes. Yes. Good. And relax your neck. Okay, here's what I want you to try. I want you to play the entire movement, not the entire movement, we're just gonna start it, right? From here to here, and I'm going to prevent you from going further down the bow by doing this terrible thing that my violin teacher used to do when I was a kid. Just put his hand here. Okay, so see what that forces you to do is start using a little bit more your wrist and your fingers, because it's impossible. Because before when you play, you do everything with your big arm muscles, and then they get tired and they start being a little stuck in the middle. So we're going to do it again. Let me put my viola down for a second. Yes, and try. Great sound. Yes. bow that you don't like to use. I tell you why. The reason is you have a good ears, and if you don't learn how to do, if you don't get comfortable with the bow change, the easiest way to not have a bad bow change is just not go to the frog, right? So everyone does the same thing. Okay, so now you're going to play from beginning, but now you actually try, we're going to use as much bow as you can, and go, if you go to the frog, commit, go all the way, yeah? Yes, I'm going to keep pushing you a little bit. You see you're getting a little bit stuck again, yes. Yes, yes, so now you combine the big muscles and then the small muscles. Yeah. Okay, now try play a little bit faster. Da dee da dee da dee da dee da dee da. Richer sound. Already the sound is so much more resonant actually. I like it a lot. You feel the difference? Now, is not some things you can try to play with slightly flatter fingers. Yes, like the cellist, right? Now it's all a little bit, which is very good. But let's try once. Yes, yes. Try just on one note to show them. So play it with round finger. Here the high frequencies are strong, and now it's a big difference, yes? So let's try it like this once, just to see if there's a difference, yeah? All the fingers a little bit, yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. Yes, okay. So, it's okay. On the violin, you don't want usually your finger to touch the other string. On the viola, it's completely... Did you play violin before?
No.
Great. Fantastic. So, that's what's happening. I'm not playing it, but that's what's happening with my finger, yeah? So try that. So it's fine if your finger touches the next string, because we're not playing it anyway. Yes, greatest sound ever now. Relax your neck. Yes, 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 very good. 2, yes. Yes, you see? Keep going. Relax your neck. Keep going. Yeah. Yes. You hear the difference?
Yeah.
Actually, it adds a lot of depth. Then, one thing we can do in the viola, which not a lot of cello can't really do it because their strings are so thick, but we can change whether we play rounder. Like if you have to play thirds, for example, you have to play rounder. No choice because you don't want to touch the end. But then we can go the other extreme, right? Okay. I want to do another test. So keep going, and I'm going to tap your elbow. Yes, tap this elbow. So play. You can just keep wherever you want. I don't know. Yes. See? Okay, I found the next round. So tap my elbow. Okay, now tap my elbow again. You see what's happening in the sound? It gets also a little bit aggressive. That means that it's freeing this joint, which we've shown is a little bit more tricky, but it's still very possible to. So I'm going to hold your viola now. It's not going to fall, and I'm gonna. You also don't need as much headway. That's right, because I'm holding the viola, and I'm going to just shake your arm a little bit as you play. Yes. Whenever you press a finger down, instead instead of driving the action from here, you drive the action from your big muscle, like this, which is normal because that's how we grab objects in real life. But that causes tension. The other thing is, okay, how hard do you actually need to press? Now here's what I hear on your fingerboard. Actually, there's quite a lot of tension. If you were petting a cat or the dog, yes, it's more like this. Try this just as a test. Yes. Yes. Yes, you see the sound is much louder. Yeah. I'm holding your viola. Yes. Do, do, do. Okay, next thing we can talk about. Your wrist in the right hand is a little bit stuck. And I think that leads you to having to do string crossings with your entire arm. Or at least, yes, so that's the first one, right, we can do, which is go flat hair and then tilt it, right? But that's right, but what we can also do on the viola, which we never do on the violin, is instead of going only this way, we can also think about going that way. So you play, let's say we're going to do the opposite, right? Right? Yes. Yes. You see that? And then, now let's do it, right? Now let's go from the A string to the C string. Just with your wrist. You see, that's this motion your body is not used to. It's like you have a watch and you check what time is it on your watch. That's right. So this kind of motion. I would drive it more with the wrist. Yes, and you can think about it: flat hair, tilted hair, and the opposite. Yes, you see that's a much smaller gesture. Yes, and also brings out the bass line. Yes. You see how little energy you actually need for this? Yes. Okay, do from here. And when you have this string crossing thing, try to do it with the small muscle in the right arm. Yes. 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 Okay, you feel the difference? That's going to be more ergonomic. If you navigate everything with this big muscle, the big muscle will get tired. And that's where once the tension reaches a boiling point, the only way to get rid of it is to do this. But we can't because we have to play the rest of the concert. And that's where the problems really start to happen. You see it with people, for example, who squeeze their bow, and then it's fine, until a point where they lose all control in the bow, because no matter how much willpower you have, once the tension reaches boiling point, it's over, right? So we want to find a way to release before that happens. Now, another thing I talked about with some people already has to do with hips. So hips can go like this, right? If I go like this, I move my hips. Can you try this? Yes, that's right. That's exactly the motion. So if we lock our hips and we walk like a penguin, what happens is the tension will build up in the entire upper body, right? So we can use that to try to release this tension. We send it to the ground, yes? So keep going, but as you play, I want you to experiment with moving your hips like this every now and then, just to free the tension a little bit, yeah? Okay, keep it, maybe from there. Yeah. a great point. We have to find these ways to release tension. Okay, now, free fun fact. How do you do that sitting down when you play chamber music or orchestra? If you sit like this, especially because you're tall, and you get usually the chairs are too small. So if you sit like this, the tension is going to build up and you're going to get more tired. If you send one leg, sometimes, to the back, that rotates the hip. Try this, just so you understand. For orchestra, that's going to save you. Okay, so see now? Now, sit a little bit further and send one leg back. And you see what happens to your hip? When you send your leg back, yes, the hip will move. Then that releases the tension. Then you can go back to whatever you're doing. But every now and then to have that mechanism instead of just sitting there and building up the tension in the shoulders.
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, let's do it without the chair now. But okay, so that's... Also, can someone take can you, Jeremy, keep an eye on the time? Like at 2:35, let me know, just so I... What time is it now?
2:31.
Well, perfect, we have 9 more minutes. I think that's another way you can find to release the tension, yes? Okay, now let's keep going and I want you to... Actually, now let's do a test. Can you give me your viola? Walk from there to there. Yes? Normal walk. Great, great. Okay? Perfect. So you see how that feels? Here's like I want you to try. And you have quite a thing. Put your fingers, you guys want to try this, is also fun. You put your fingers like this, right? You try to pull them apart, right? That doesn't work, right? It doesn't pull apart. You put them behind your head, and you keep trying to pull them apart and then walk. Yes, and go back. You feel a difference in how you walk?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
My whole center is...
Yes. Well, what that does, actually that engages all these muscles, right? All the core. And then that's the sensation, of course, without locking your shoulder, right? So you're going to kind of do it, but without locking your shoulders. And then walk. And that engages all these muscles. And this is the sensation you want when you play the viola. Because very often, we kind of just do this thing. And then it's all our upper muscles working, but they're not supported by anything underneath. So, now, try to find this sensation. Play the opening again, but try to find this sensation of support. And the arms are only floating on top of the water of these muscles, yeah? Okay, let's try. Yeah. Yes, look what happens to the sound. You hear it's very big. Keep going. Yes, and release your head. Okay, great. Now I have a question for you. When you play, what are you thinking about? Now you're thinking about a million things I told you. Okay? But I want to, what in general, when you play, where is your head at?
I'm usually thinking about whatever, like wherever I am in the music, like what color I'm going for,
Okay,
and
good.
like what were the decisions I made, how I'm going to do that.
Good. And which hand are you thinking about? Not about right now. Which
I
hand are you
definitely tend to think about my left.
Yes, everyone does the same thing. So, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, but I think it has to do with a focus thing. Where I think that your attention and your awareness is like one of those spotlight projectors that's really hot, right? One of those. And if you put it on your hand, like give me your viola for a second, put your hand like you're about to play, and now focus on your hand. You see what happens to your arm? You focus on your hand. It gets squeezed. So, by expanding your awareness and shifting the projector away from the left hand, that doesn't mean necessarily don't listen, not at all. I think you can actually do a lot to expand the bubble on which you play, right? Because when you play, and this is the area of your awareness, it's a very small bubble. It's interesting to try to expand the area of awareness, and one way to do that is you stand right here. You look at these 3 little angels over there, right in the table, on the door. But in your peripheral vision, you need to keep an eye on both of those corners. This is what you're looking for, okay? And then you play. Okay, Gaia? What do you think, Gaia? Gaia agrees with this. Okay, so look over there. Yes, in both corners. Yes. Okay, what's happening? Tell me, how does it feel?
It was good.
Yeah, you know what? You're pressing much less with your left hand. Because you're not focused on your left hand. And also, for the audience, it's a subconscious thing. You're opening your heart to the audience and your body. I mean, it's like opening the core muscles. If we play for a small bubble, actually, people react quite not as good. It's a subconscious. They don't know they do it, right? Okay. Now, you want to do a little bit of maybe the. Okay, start from there. Or a little bit for whatever you want.
What?
Wherever you want. Okay. Now it's good, and you do it very nicely. But I think that each one of those double stops has a unique essence to it, right? The difference between and you're doing it, but you're doing it for me. But if you sit where Jack's sitting, for example, he's not perceiving it as much. So you need to do like theater actors and exaggerate it like a good 40%.
Okay.
Can you try? Whatever you wanted to do, just a little bit wider range, yes? Good. Okay, and how are you going to vary the chord if you use the same amount of chord every time? Maybe every note is slightly different, or at least every chord, something slightly different. Either in your contact point or in your post beat, or you follow your ear, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, let's try. Oh, sorry. Yes. Now crescendo. Okay, don't do it too close here because then we're gonna get a bad sound. Just a little bit. Yes. Okay, you know the problem is with this is now I hear just the G.
Yeah.
Right? So actually I would put the G in parentheses because it's going to be louder no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Okay, try one more time. Try now. I know what you're trying to do, which I agree with, which is to start the whole thing soft, right? And is that your plan?
Yeah.
But now you're playing soft like this.
Okay.
I want you to play soft like this.
Okay.
Yeah? That doesn't mean loud, but you know how to do that. Okay? Yes, very low speed and amount. Yes! Now we're going to make a big build up. Okay, which chord is the most dissonant in this whole cadenza?
The most dissonant.
Yes, or
yeah.
Or one. So maybe actually you need a bigger build up to actually to get there. It pays off. And
yeah.
you can stretch a little bit. Yes. Okay, just let's do it one last time. And I have a challenge for you. You have a plan, right? You have a plan, you prepare your plan, and now you're working the tightrope of your plan. I want you to try complete opposite, completely different, a new, complete way of doing it. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But just do it differently so that you expand the area of what is acceptable to your ear. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Instead of trying to, because you know you're going to wake up a different day, feel different. If you try to work the same tightrope, it's going to be hard. Okay, so completely different now. If it sounds bad, no one cares.
Okay.
Okay? Pa, pa, pi, po, from there. Yes. Okay, now don't think about this when you're thinking too much about this. Okay, now you're still kind of doing the same general idea, just doing slightly different. Try completely different. I know that's not what you want to do, but start with loud ones.
Okay.
And then see where it leads you. Yeah? Okay. This sounds, first of all, I think in general the quality of each note is much bigger. Can you play soft with this quality, which means probably a little bit more bow?
Okay.
Yeah? You like the quality now? I want this quality but soft. Yes!
Sorry.
Yeah, no, do it one more time. That's the idea. One more time, The middle string. More middle string. More middle string. Yes. Yes. Relax your head a little bit. Yes, think about your goal. Yes. Now. Now more. More ball. Okay, and you need to get back to the frog. If you want that to be really satisfying for us. Yes? So, a little bit, but see what we did now is you had a very clear plan prepared of how you're going to execute this thing. And then have you seen these Japanese game shows where they have like these shapes coming at you and they have to like make the weird shape or else they fall in the water?
No.
Okay, you should look it up, it's great. But it feels like that's what it is. You know, you prepared a very nice, very detailed cutout, and then every day you're trying to make the shape to fit into it. And that's paralyzing. And now you try to do something completely different. And by just doing that, you actually sound better. So you want to practice it a few different ways, then you pick. But the range of, you know, if you take a step to the right, you're not going to fall because the bridge is wider.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yes.
I think that's my general ideas. But all these relaxation things really make a difference. Yeah?
Thank you.